So I found this name, ANA OPANGA, where I've actually been Googling 2 words. I want to figure out how you say children in Shewa. And what came up on Google was ANA. I like that. And then I thought creativity, maybe we can find a word for that, because you couldn't like Google creative children, but separately creativity came up with Opanga. Or actually in another way, but Opanga seems as though I can use that. I'm not quite sure, so I have to call my mom. Okay, before I make the phone call, let me just tell you a bit about my background. I was born in Zambia, Chipata, in 1987. The first 4 years of my life, I lived in a household of my grandmother, my mommy, my 3 aunties, and my 3 uncles. So that was quite an amazing family with a lot of people, a lot of fun, and a lot of love. 4 years into my life changed. It's actually a pretty cute love story. My mom met my dad. They fell in love. My dad, who was working in Malawi at the time, had to go back to Denmark. He ended up missing my mom so terribly much, and me, I think. I'm pretty sure. So we ended in Denmark. And that's how my life started in Denmark. A cute love story by my mom and dad. Okay, let's call mommy.
So babi tugana or fotera meaning ANA OPANGA?
Yeah, I want to show that the words can be used and it still makes sense. And then I want to tell them why I chose that name. But it has to make sense for me to choose the name. So.
It does. It does. It makes sense because it's the way we use the words in Zambia. It's not like Danish. Children are creative. Because they are creative in many different ways. Like in Zambia, they can make, like, for example, to be creative, they are drawing. Then they are making their own toys using the wires. That is also been ANA OPANGA Njinga, which is children are making bicycle toys. Like using wires.
Okay, so I can use ANA, children, making, OPANGA. So together it can be children or making. And you say that it means, OPANGA means different things, right? So if it's okay. Yeah, okay.
ANA OPANGA.
Yeah, what it means.
ANA OPANGA meaning that kids, little ones, they make different things from, let's say, from different products using wires. They can make cars using wires. They can make tires for the car using sandals. They can also make a bow using plastic bags. Then again, they get the same like iron sheets, roofing sheets. They make pots and braziers. You see, they start from the small braziers and small pots. That's how they learn how to cook. You see, they use creativity, meaning that creativity using different things from different objects.
Okay.
Yes. Your daughter wants to be independent, a businesswoman. We have to support her. Your daughter is always positive. That's a good thing. That's a beauty. That house for your grandmother is a possibility. That house for your grandmother is waiting for you to renovate it.
I know. I have to renovate it. That's my goal.
Yes. Your grandma will be very happy where she is.
I hope so.
But the first granddaughter. Yes. So she's hoping you can do something for her.
I will.
That is your calling. When they said your calling, everyone has got a calling. Now on your YouTube, please speak not American English. Some people, they can't get you what you're saying. Huh?
Then I can put subtitles.
Yeah, you know, like in Africa, they don't understand.
But that is how I speak.
If me, sometimes I have a problem to hear what you're saying. What more those who don't understand English properly?
Okay.
Yes, all right. Okay.
Bye.
Business.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. After the talk with my mom yesterday, it was quite overwhelming and satisfying at the same time, because I found out that the brand name that I've come up with, without really knowing the meaning, or Google telling me the meaning, actually has a meaning, if that makes sense. That ANA means kids, like Google said, and Opanga means creativity. And that's pretty special, because then I've created a really good brand name where the creativity part, it's not just drawing, but it has more to the creativity than just what I started out thinking that I wanted it to be. It gives me a lot of options, and it doesn't limit the way that the children should be creative. I like that. It makes me happy. I've become so overwhelmed with the support that I've gotten from my family. I don't know, I didn't expect that, or I don't know what I thought actually when I went into all this entrepreneur adventure. But getting all the support from my family here in Denmark and my family in Zambia means the world to me. I'm just surprised how overwhelmed I'm actually by getting the support. It fuels my passion even more. It makes me want to it makes me want it even more, and in a good way, because I know that I have my support system, that they're there. They support me, and they believe so much in what I'm doing that, yeah, it makes me so happy and sad in a good way. Sad because I am on this adventure that I want to share with all my family members, particularly my grandmother, because she is a huge inspiration and has always been, but now she's not here to witness my road to entrepreneurship, and hopefully my success in it. And that makes me sad, because she wasn't at my wedding as well. And you know, it's just like these big milestones in my life, I think of her, and this is a big one. I mean, I have babies and got married, but this is a big one. And if it succeeds, I want to help restore her house, the house that I was not born in, but the house that I lived the first 4 years of my life. I want to give back to that. So, you've just watched the video where I found my brand name. As you could see in the video, I used Google and I used my family to figure out if the brand name that I wanted made sense. But what you didn't see was the research that I made before Googling. I think it's really important that you sit down and research. Find a piece of paper and a pen and write different names that sounds interesting or that you like. From there, when you've done that, then you can start Googling it. The thing is that the brand name that you choose has to make sense to the brand. And for me, it was important that the brand name that I chose had a childish sound in it, but it made sense because it had a deeper meaning than just a name. You will find a lot of information on how to find the perfect brand name, but basically I think that the most important thing is that you have a good gut feeling with the name that you choose, and that the name actually makes sense to the brand or the products that you sell. If this video was something that you found interesting, then stay tuned and follow me on the journey of my next chapter. Remember to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. By you giving it a thumbs up, you might help me reach out to people that are in the same situation as me, trying to figure out how to find the perfect brand name. Maybe my video can inspire them. And please leave a comment below. I would love to hear your opinion about the name that I found. Bye!